Stalkers. Obsession. People who can't take no for an answer. A stalker is someone who repeatedly harasses, follows, or obsessively pursues another person, causing them fear or distress. Stalking behaviors can include unwanted communication, surveillance, threats, and other intrusive actions that invade the victim's privacy and personal space. Stalking is said to be driven by an unhealthy fixation or obsession with the victim. There's something strangely captivating about Psycho Stalker X movies. It's like stepping into the mind of someone twisted, driven to the edge of insanity. There's a certain thrill in unraveling the psyche of these characters, what lengths they will go to reclaim the object of their desire. No one actually wants a stalker. But perhaps the reason why these types of movies are so popular is because of the ever-present threat of being pursued, of being watched from the shadows, of our sense of security being rattled, and the fact that any person that you meet could be a stalker. Stalkers may exhibit various behaviors, including persistent surveillance by monitoring their victims' activities or whereabouts, unwanted communication via calls, texts, email, or on social media. They may show up to the victim's home or workplace uninvited or when told not to. They might spread false rumors or accusations about the victim to damage their reputation. They might vandalize their victim's property or home as a method to exert control and further intimidate. And of course, in extreme cases, some stalking may escalate to physical assault or violence toward the victim or someone close to them. Hollywood has explored the subject of stalking in many movies, most of them having happy endings. I want to make sure I note that every stalking story doesn't end up resolved. Many victims have had their lives ruined, their sense of safety gone, their money gone from being forced to move, change jobs. They endure isolation and so many other things. And some victims end up losing their lives. All of these factors are the reasons why this topic is explored so often on screen. Though not enough is done in real life to curb stalking. Stalking isn't funny, it isn't a joke, it isn't harmless, and it can have serious psychological, emotional, and financial effects on the victim's well-being. Stalking is a serious crime and should be reported to law enforcement immediately. These movies are addictive, even when they're bad. Maybe it's the rush of adrenaline or the morbid curiosity of exploring the darker side of human nature. Whatever it is, Hollywood keeps making them and we keep watching them. So here are 10 Stalker X movies that are a must-watch if you're a fan of the genre. They will blow your mind. In Sleeping with the Enemy, Julia Roberts portrays Laura Burney, a woman trapped in a terrifying marriage with an abusive and controlling husband. Martin, played by Patrick Bergin. Enduring Martin's relentless physical and emotional abuse, Laura orchestrates an elaborate plan to fake her own death and escape to a new life. Under her new identity, Laura starts over in a small town, finding solace in newfound independence and the possibility of a healthy relationship with a kind-hearted man named Ben. However, her past catches up with her when Martin discovers she's alive and begins hunting her down. Sleeping with the Enemy highlights the physical trauma of domestic abuse and the resilience of survivors who seek freedom from their tormentors. Leah Vaughn, played by Sanaa Lathan, seems to have it all: a successful career, a loving boyfriend, and a bright future. However, when her relationship with Dave hits a rough patch and he hesitates to commit to marriage and starting a family, Leah decides to break up with him. Shortly after their breakup, Leah meets Carter Duncan, portrayed by Michael Ealy, who appears to be the perfect guy. He's charming, attentive, and seems to share her values and aspirations. They quickly begin a passionate relationship, and Leah feels like she's found the one she's been searching for. However, as Leah gets to know Carter better, she discovers his dark and possessive side. As Leah tries to break free from his grip, Carter's behavior escalates into something she could have never imagined. The Perfect Guy is a suspenseful thriller that explores themes of obsession, manipulation, and the dangers of falling for appearances. Michael Ealy delivers a chilling performance as a charming yet sinister antagonist, while Sanaa Lathan portrays the strength and resilience of a woman fighting to escape from a toxic relationship. The story revolves around Ben Cronin, played by Jesse Bradford, a high school swim champion with a bright future ahead. His life takes a dark turn when he has a one-night stand with the new girl in town, Madison Bell, played by Erica Christensen. She becomes obsessed with him. Madison's infatuation quickly spirals out of control as she starts to stalk Ben, sabotage his relationships, and manipulate those around him. Despite Ben's attempts to distance himself from Madison and salvage his life, she continues to infiltrate every aspect of it, wreaking havoc and causing chaos. As Ben's world crumbles around him, he realizes the extent of Madison's obsession and the danger she poses to him and everyone he cares about. Swimfan explores themes of obsession, manipulation, and the consequences of actions taken in the heat of the moment. A Thin Line Between Love and Hate is a romantic dramedy directed by and starring Martin Lawrence. In the film, Lawrence plays the role of Darnell Wright, a charming womanizer who enjoys casual relationships without commitment. However, his carefree lifestyle takes a turn when he meets Brandy Webb, portrayed by Lynn Whitfield, a beautiful and sophisticated woman. Initially, Darnell pursues Brandy as he does with other women, but he soon finds himself falling for her. However, Brandy is not as she appears, and she uses her wealth to love bomb and manipulate Darnell. When Darnell begins to back away from the relationship, Brandy's obsession with him turns dangerous. She becomes manipulative and vengeful, leading to a series of escalating events that blur the lines between love and hate. The movie explores themes of deception, obsession, and the consequences of playing with people's emotions. A Thin Line Between Love and Hate offers an entertaining yet cautionary tale about the thin boundary between affection and animosity. Gone Girl, a dark thriller based on the best-selling novel by Gillian Flynn, who also wrote the screenplay. The film stars Ben Affleck as Nick Dunn and Rosamund Pike as Amy Dunn. The story revolves around Nick and Amy Dunn, a seemingly perfect couple whose marriage starts to unravel on their 5th wedding anniversary, when Amy mysteriously disappears. As the investigation unfolds, Nick finds himself in the spotlight as the prime suspect in Amy's disappearance, facing intense media scrutiny and public backlash. As the narrative progresses, it becomes apparent that things are not as they seem. Flashbacks reveal the complexities of Nick and Amy's relationship, including Amy's manipulations and deceptions. The story takes unexpected twists and turns, challenging the audience's perceptions and keeping them guessing until the shocking truth is revealed. Gone Girl delves into themes of marriage, deception, media manipulation. It is known for its intricate plot, compelling characters, and thought-provoking exploration of human relationships. What would normally be just another Stalker X B-movie in the genre, Gone Girl turned into an award-winning blockbuster. Jennifer Lopez stars as Slim Hiller, a young woman who falls in love with and marries Mitch, played by Billy Campbell. Initially, their marriage seems idyllic, but it soon becomes apparent that Mitch is controlling, abusive, and possessive. As the abuse escalates, Slim decides to leave Mitch and take their young daughter Gracie with her. However, Mitch is determined to maintain control over Slim and their daughter, using his wealth and influence to track them down and manipulate the situation. Slim refuses to back down, realizing that she must fight back to protect herself and her daughter. She moves cities, homes, jobs, changes her appearance. The movie depicts the incredible effort that women face when leaving powerful, wealthy, and abusive husbands. This film shows how for some women, even if you try to leave and run, a stalker ex-husband can and will track you down if he wants to. Enough explores themes of domestic violence, empowerment, and the strength of a mother's love. In Fear, Nicole, played by Reese Witherspoon, is a teen girl who becomes infatuated with a slightly older, handsome, and mysterious boy named David, played by Mark Wahlberg, after they meet at a party. Initially, their relationship seems exciting and romantic, an intense young love, but it quickly takes a dark turn as David's true nature is revealed. He becomes increasingly controlling and violent, isolating Nicole from her friends and family and manipulating her emotions. As David's behavior becomes more erratic and dangerous, Nicole realizes she's trapped in a terrifying situation and must find a way to escape. Fear delves into themes of obsession, manipulation, gaslighting, and a family coming together to help remove a victim from a toxic relationship. Mark Wahlberg delivers a chilling performance as David, capturing the character's volatility and unpredictability. Mother May I Sleep with Danger is a made-for-television thriller film released starring Tori Spelling. The film is known for its campy and melodramatic style. The story revolves around a young college student named Laurel Lewison, played by Tori Spelling, who falls in love with a mysterious and charming artist named Kevin Shane, portrayed by Ivan Sergey. However, Laurel's mother, Jessica, becomes increasingly concerned about Kevin's possessive and controlling behavior, suspecting that he may be dangerous. As the narrative unfolds, Jessica's fears are confirmed when she discovers that Kevin is not who he claims to be, and he is harboring dark secrets. Determined to protect her daughter, Jessica races against time to save Laurel from Kevin's clutches and to prevent a tragedy. Mother May I Sleep with Danger explores themes of obsession, manipulation, and the complexities of mother-daughter relationships. The film's over-the-top performances and melodramatic plot twists have made it a cult classic among fans of the thriller genre. The Invisible Man is a science fiction horror film starring Elizabeth Moss. It is a modern adaptation of H.G. Wells' classic novel of the same name. The film follows Cecilia Cass, portrayed by Elizabeth Moss, who escapes from her abusive and controlling husband, Adrian Griffin, an optics engineer. After his apparent suicide, Cecilia begins to experience a series of eerie events that lead her to believe that Adrian is not truly dead, but has found a way to become invisible. As she tries to convince others of the invisible presence tormenting her, Cecilia's sanity is questioned, and she must fight to prove her innocence and protect herself from these mysterious happenings and attacks. The Invisible Man is a strong film that explores the mental torment of gaslighting and the psychological toll of having to live in constant fear. The film received critical acclaim for its intense, suspenseful storyline and praised for its modern twist on the classic tale using relevant social issues. The Invisible Man stands out as a thought-provoking and gripping thriller that keeps audiences on the edge of their seats until the very end. Fatal Attraction is a psychological thriller starring Michael Douglas, Glenn Close, and Anne Archer. Dan Gallagher, a successful lawyer, has a brief affair with Alex Forrest, while his wife, Beth, and daughter are out of town. Initially, Dan sees the affair as a casual fling, but Alex becomes increasingly obsessed with him and refuses to let go. As Dan tries to distance himself from Alex and reconcile with his wife, Alex's behavior becomes increasingly erratic and threatening. She begins to stalk Dan, harass his family, and manipulate the situation to her advantage. The tension escalates as Alex's obsession spirals out of control, leading to a series of shocking and violent confrontations. Fatal Attraction delves into themes of infidelity, obsession, and the consequences of actions taken in the heat of passion. The film was a critical and commercial success, earning multiple Academy Award nominations and becoming one of the highest-grossing films of 1987. Glenn Close's performance received particular acclaim, earning her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. Fatal Attraction remains a classic in the psychological thriller genre, known for its intense storyline, gripping performances, and memorable scenes. It serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of temptation and the destructive power of obsession. Those are the 10 movies I recommend you watch if you're interested in the Stalker X genre of movies. If you have seen any of these films, let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't seen any of these, let me know which one you're going to watch first. Share this video with your movie-loving friends. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe, of course. I'll catch you guys in the next one.